Hey, church family and friends, it's Pastor Michael, and I want to give you an exciting ministry update. As we continue to walk through this season where we've not been able to meet in person, we finally received word from Manatee County School District that we will begin meeting in person on June the 14th. I'm going to tell you a few details about that, but I want you to know that this week, June the 7th, we will meet online. Once again, it'll be our last, hopefully, online service, and I want to encourage you to tune in for that, and then to be excited about gathering together once again in person. Now, I know some of you are not going to be able to gather with us when we begin gathering. Some of you may have health issues or may be in the older population and not feel comfortable doing that. We'll continue to have our services online. Some of you may have young kids, and since initially we will not be offering kids ministry during our service time, you may choose to stay and worship at home as well. That will be an option for you too. So here's what's going to happen beginning on June the 14th. So we will have to operate at about 50% capacity in the cafeteria when we gather to worship. So that number for us is going to be 175 people that will be able to be on campus during a service. So here's what we're going to ask you to do is register ahead of time. That link's going to be available in not only the email that we send out, it'll also be available as well on the Facebook message. And so I want to encourage you, you need to register your entire family by person so that we know how many are coming. There'll be a maximum of 175 slots, and then registration will close at that point. So initially, we're going to offer one service, and then as needed, we will offer a second service. It's going to be a limited timeline. We're not going to have our regular hour and 15-minute service be closer to maybe 45 or 50 minutes. Here's also what we are having to do to satisfy Manatee County requirements to use their facilities. We're going to have to do temperature checks upon coming into the facility. And so we'll have some of our folks that'll be able to help us with that. And so your temperature has to be under 100.4 for you to be able to enter. We're going to have to get you to register as well so that we know who's on campus. In the event that someone does later on come down with COVID-19, we'll be able to have that information and be able to make the necessary notifications of that. We'll also have to be doing 6 feet social distancing. We will not have offering baskets that are passed around. We'll not have bulletins so that those are passed around by hand. And so it's going to look a little bit different. And I understand that. And I understand that for a season, it's going to be strange. And yet we have been longing for the day when we can meet together face to face once again. And so I want to encourage you, if you are able, if you feel comfortable, to come and worship with us on campus at Williams beginning on June the 14th. Now, some of you are looking and probably thinking, gosh, I've got young kids. That's going to be strange. It may be loud. And I want to encourage you. We love your kids, and we want to encourage you to bring them and to come and to worship with us. Hearing kids is not a bad thing in the midst of a worship service. We have that when we have services for Christmas Eve, and so we're accustomed to that. And so I want to encourage you, don't shy away from that. We are excited when we have the opportunity to move into phase 3 as a state to begin opening up our kids ministry once again. And so we're going to continue to give you information as soon as we have the opportunity to do that. But church family, I am so excited that finally, once again, after 13 weeks of not being able to meet together on June the 14th at 9:30 at Williams, we'll begin meeting together once again. I look forward to seeing you then. I want to encourage you to go ahead and prepare now. Begin registering, grab your spot so that you can join us on that Sunday. Church family, I love you. I look forward to seeing you once again.